Okay, good morning, Cyprus. Thank you for joining the live lesson. So we got through quite a lot in there, okay, recapping what we know about decimals. We looked at our place value grid, okay, and we revealed and named the names of the column. We said everything to the left of the decimal place we're quite familiar with. Ones, tens, and then it would continue. Hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, okay, we know that part. We said this side, the right-hand side, we're a little less familiar of, okay, so after the decimal point we have tenths, hundredths and thousandths. So it goes up in exactly the same way, tenths, hundredths, thousands, the same way as we go over here, tens, hundredths, thousands. But we've got this sound on the end, tenths, hundredths, thousandths, and that's because all of these things we're talking are less than one. So we put some of the numbers down here, okay, in the place value grid. Now, none of these numbers move, okay, the order doesn't move at all. So 0.25, okay, we know there'll be 0 ones, then our decimal place is always in the same place, 2 tenths, 5 hundredths, okay. 32.1, we know in 32.1 there are 3 tenths, 2 ones, and then 1/10 after the decimal place. Okay, so we're just putting those numbers into the correct spot on there. Now, we said that all the activities that you've got to do independently today, we've looked at something which will help with that. So you can flick and pause on the video in each of the different spaces. So, on the place value chart here, EV highlighted for us that we had 0 ones, 2 tenths, and 3 hundredths. And that number became 0.23. So we're representing and writing decimals, okay, on a place value grid. Now your first question, question 1, you're going to have to do that. So you need to look at the number here, okay, tell me how many ones, so in this case there were 0, how many tenths, we had 5, and how many hundredths, we had 6, okay. In the place value grid, we then represented that. So in the ones, we had 0, we had our decimal point. In the tenths, we had 5, and in the hundredths, we had 6. I'd like you to do that for each of these, okay, other 3. So write out to start with how many there are, and then show me that in the place value grid. We then went on to look at how the digit 6, okay, what that represents in each of these numbers. So we said in this one, actually, the 6 we know is 60, because it's in the tens column. The 6 in this one is in the thousandths column, so it represents 6 thousandths. And in this one, it's in the tenths column, so we've got 6 tenths. It's really important that we're able to look at and represent that. And then your second question, okay, so pause it and answer this one. The value of the 4 in each digit, so you need to have a look and see where the 4 is. Okay, so in this one, okay, it is actually 4, isn't it? It represents 4. We've got 4 ones, so it represents 4. But in this one, it's going to represent 40, isn't it? Because we've got 4 in the tens column. We know it's 40. You've then got to match these activities, match these words with the number, okay? And you'll need to write these out and then join them up. And then we move on to 2 activities that are looking at thousandths as well. So what number is represented in the place value chart? Make sure you don't forget to put your decimal point in here, okay? And then finally, similar to the first activity, question 5, okay, you're going to be writing out the decimal, okay? Write out the decimal, and then again draw a place value grid to show it in there for me. So, good luck. I look forward to seeing it on Class Dojo. Okay, we will be going over this again on Monday and then into next week when we're in school. But have a look. Look back at that place value grid. Use the video to help you, okay? And really just focus and think about what you know. So, I will see you later at 1 o'clock for the live Zoom.